BMW Vision Next 100. BMW is on a world tour this year with a selection of concept cars that present its vision for the next 100 years of automotive development. The BMW Group is also celebrating its centenary year by unveiling a series of future-looking concept vehicles, the first of which is a shape-shifting autonomous car with artificial intelligence. Catering to our wildest fantasies, these cars are aggressively, almost absurdly futuristic. So, what is the vision for BMW? Hey, and welcome back to another amazing video. Do you think BMW new cars will change the world? Let's find out that and much more in today's video. But first, before we go on with today's video, a sub to the channel would be very appreciated. Comment, share the video with your friends, and don't forget to leave a thumbs up for the video. And without further ado, let's get started. The car simply looks stunning, like a more practical, more gadgety version of today's supercars. It has a thoroughly streamlined shape that nevertheless still accommodates 4 people and even has room to include the design flourish of fin-like taillights, which are astonishing. It's very much the sort of thing that art students used to sketch during boring math classes in high school, that could only be seen in science fiction movies and cartoons. And it's that connection with the future that makes BMW's concept so compelling today. There are so much futuristic features in this car. Setting a developmental horizon of 20 to 30 years, BMW is looking beyond the current trend of adding more displays to the interior of cars, past even the proliferation of flexible OLED displays, to the point where the entire windscreen will serve as a giant display. On the outside, a new alive geometry will shift the car's shape in accordance with how it's being driven, flaring out or tapering down as required. BMW's own Brand Vision Next 100 vehicle is no less extreme, eschewing traditional things like a dashboard and rearview mirrors in favor of high-tech alternatives. The purpose of the BMW Vision Next 100 cars is to create concepts that people can engage with, and the company firmly believes that the emotional driving experience must be informed by emotional design. That's why the headlights look like a falcon's talons, and why the golden honey paint job splinters out into small polygons as it morphs imperceptibly from the metal exterior to the darkened windows. The Vision Next 100 was first unveiled at the Geneva Motor Show in March, but BMW has been adding cars to its line. Each car is meant to give a taste of what we can expect in the foreseeable future. The company has helpfully provided video material showing off what the ride would be like. BMW believes humans will still want to drive in the future, despite also using driverless technologies. The BMW Vision Next has 2 different driving modes, comprising both a boost mode for the best of BMW's storied driving tradition and an ease mode for a relaxing autonomous ride. The vision of the future aims to be both thrilling and convenient. In simple terms, the boost mode is for classic manual driving, but ease mode will make it a self-driving car. If you go with boost mode, a heads-up display will show the ideal route on the windshield and other notifications like oncoming vehicles. It focuses exclusively on what really matters to the driver. Information such as the ideal line, turning point, and speed. In addition, full connectivity, intelligent sensors, and permanent data exchange allow the head-up display to generate a digital image of the vehicle's surroundings. In foggy conditions, for example, this means the driver can benefit from information such as vehicles crossing ahead before they actually come into sight. In addition, by learning more about the driver, the system continuously improves, concentrating on creating at all times the most intense and personal driving experience possible. The transition to ease mode brings about a complete change of interior ambiance. The steering wheel and center console retract and the headrest move to one side to create a relaxed and welcoming atmosphere. The seats and door panels merge to form a single unit, allowing the driver and passengers to sit at a slight angle. This makes it easier for them to face each other and sit in a more relaxed position for easier communication. Meanwhile, the head-up display offers occupants personalized content along with the information and entertainment that they desire. Depending on the driving mode, the focus of the vehicle changes, concentrating on essentials for the driver in boost mode and the surroundings and atmosphere in ease mode, highlighting the impressive landscapes or buildings of interest that the car is passing by, for instance. The Vision vehicle's reflective glass reduces the interior heating of the vehicle, as well as increasing privacy. The butterfly doors open with the press of a touch sensor, allowing access into the fairly simple interior. BMW Group's head of design says, "It demonstrates how state-of-the-art technology can also make the experience of driving yourself purer and more emotionally engaging." The price of this car is yet to be determined because it's still in development, but you can be sure that once it hits the market in the near future, almost everyone will want to get their hands on it. Wouldn't you like to read a newspaper or an article while en route to work? The things this car has to offer are just magnificent. The car comes with an artificial intelligence system dubbed Companion that can learn your driving preferences and set them up in advance, resembling a large, polished gemstone in the center of the instrument panel beneath the front windscreen. The Companion provides intuitive and subtle assistance in every driving situation, symbolizing a new intelligent communication between human and car. Perfect connectivity between you and your surroundings enables the Companion to provide the right recommendations to meet personal mobility preferences, both on the road and outside. In this way, every trip is a personalized and emotionally rewarding experience. It can even signal for pedestrians to cross when in autonomous mode. BMW says that in the years ahead, the driver's well-being will become increasingly important. And rather than merely feeling they're in a machine that drives itself, they should sense that they're sitting in one that was specifically designed for them. A very important element of the Vision vehicle is another innovation, known as alive geometry, the likes of which have never before been seen in a car. It consists of a kind of three-dimensional sculpture that works both inside and outside the vehicle. It also consists of almost 800 moving triangles, which are set into the instrument panel and into certain areas of the side panels. They work in dimensions, communicating very directly with the driver through their movements, which are more like gestures than two-dimensional depictions on a display. Even the slightest peripheral movement is perceptible to the driver. In combination with the head-up display, alive geometry uniquely fuses the analog with the digital. The triangles work in much the same way as a flock of birds in controlled flight. Their coordinated movements acting as signals that are easily comprehensible to those inside the car. They involve the driver in a form of pre-conscious communication, where an intuitive signal predicts an imminent real-time event. At the moment, the digital world is strongly linked to displays. The next step may be organic LED displays that can freely change shape. However, the Vision vehicle suggests there will at some point be no more displays at all. Instead, the windscreen will serve as a display, directly in front of the driver. The contact analog BMW head-up display of the future uses the entire windscreen to communicate with the driver. Vehicles by BMW have never been purely utilitarian or merely a means of getting from one place to the next. By keeping the driver firmly in the foreground, the BMW Vision Next 100 will heighten this emotional experience in an unprecedented way. With the recent boom in popularity for electronic and autonomous cars, automakers must quickly shift their strategies to match modern trends. For the past 100 years or so, almost all automakers have been making cars the same way, as the automobile hasn't really changed all that much since its inception. However, with electronic and autonomous cars becoming the norm, that approach must change, as autonomous cars provide a very different and luxurious experience than regular cars. That's why, for the BMW Vision Next 100 concept cars, BMW decided to change its design approach and start with the inside. Anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. What do you think of this concept? Will it change the world? Comment below, let's engage. Also, please leave a like, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell for more amazing videos. Goodbye, friends. See you in the next video.